Hey everybody, Dirili here. Thank you so much for joining me on another episode of Birushana, Rising Flower of Genpei, with Benkei Musashibo. And as you can see in the information screen, I still barely have any kindness. I have lots of knowledge and only the teensy tiniest little bit of strength and a little bit more kindness than I do strength. Why? Why am I so weak and unkind? What did I do? Is it because I'm too selfish with Benkei's love? He's just too sweet and giving, and it's made me self-centered, and I don't know. I'm just like, why? Why is there no kindness? I don't understand. But anyway, and you can see his bar, his red streak up there, is like just about halfway up, so we seem to be doing well, although he does not look very happy in that picture. Anyway, let's get back to the game. You can just sit back, relax, and let me read you a story.
I have never known such joy.
I was flabbergasted by the intensity of his gaze. I feel like he's always like that. Benkei grasped my hand with both of his and mouthed a silent prayer.
The heart that shines for others. That's the heart I promise to protect. In this life and the next, until the soul is spent, I will be by your side. Whichever road you travel, I shall follow. Loyalty throughout eternity. I promise. I will never leave your side.
Benkei's vow, spoken straight to me, made my heart tremble. Right. We're in this together, Benkei.
Yes, sir.
Just then, I heard the whine of a horse. I turned my eyes, and there they were. Shana, I'm so glad to see you. I know, Shungen, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry Benkei hid me from you.
You're alive.
Shungen, Sir Kagetoki. Oh, it's good to see you again. How are you feeling? I'm sorry for worrying you all, but I'm fine now.
You're a little late, aren't you, Lord Yoshitsune? The war is already over. Yoshinaka's army has been destroyed.
It's not my fault! I didn't even know! Sorry! I see. So my brother will be protecting Kyoto from now on, then?
Of course. Lord Yoshinaka was unable to rule the capital. Only my lord, the true ruler of the Genji clan, can do the job. But this is not the end. The Heikei who have fled to the west still live.
And is my brother tasking me with this job?
Indeed, there are still many in the west who still side with the Heikei. With their aid, the Heikei are rebuilding their army.
Still? I would think Tomomori and Shigehira had enough and ran away.
Unless they're sneaking over here, it won't be long before they threaten to retake Kyoto.
They rebuilt that quickly?
Indeed. We must make haste to prepare for battle with them. In a war, there's never enough time. And what will you do? If you're not going to fight, you'll just be in the way. You might as well run back to Mount Kurama. You're just one soldier after all. With or without you, the result of this war will not change.
I intend to return to Yoritomo's army, sir. Shana, are you sure? I returned Shungen's caring gaze with a firm nod of my head. Don't worry, Shungen. I'm resolved to see things through to the end. I see.
Well, suit yourself. I'll inform my lord of this. Now that you're back, make yourself useful. Don't get captured again.
Yes, sir. I understand. What a snob. Needing to report back to my brother, Sir Kagetoki took Shungen and left. Shungen! Don't go with him! As they rode away, Shungen kept looking back at me, but I didn't say a word. Aww. Come on, he wanted you to call for him. Poor Shungen. I mean, sure, he's not my vassal, but still.
My lord.
I smiled back at Benkei's quiet voice. It's okay, Benkei. I fight with my own will. I decided firmly to return to war, but my mind was calm. If the Heikei return, the world will fall to chaos again, We can't allow that to happen. Let's defeat the Heike. Once and for all this time. Let's free the people of this world from their suffering. Otherwise, we'll just end up right where we were back at the beginning of the game, except with Benkei living at the mountain with us.
Yes, my lord. I will follow you, wherever you go.
The next thing I knew, we were holding hands. That would look kind of weird to anybody else around that didn't know Shana as a girl. Benkei looked straight at me, nodding vigorously. And for me, that was enough. It gave me the courage to continue on the tough road ahead. On that night, the bond between us became stronger than ever. If Benkei's with me, I will not fear anything, no matter how hard the road ahead may be. I vowed to myself that I would never let go of his hand. And we're moving on to chapter 11 with Benkei. Some nice panels. A few days passed since that night. When Benkei and I came down from Kurama to the estate where my brother was staying, we found all our friends waiting there. Sato boys! My lord, you're here! It's been a long time, my lord. Tadanobu, Suunobu, you two are here too? How could we not be here? You are returning to the army, aren't you? Benkei told us you were safe, but I sure am relieved to see your face. How are you feeling? Much better. I'm sorry to have worried you. I missed you two the most. Why, oh why, out of everybody in this game are these two not routes? If I can rejoin Yoritomo's army, I'm afraid I'll need to ask for your help again. Everyone, please continue to fight with me. Oh, please, Shana. You know I'm not going anywhere. Of course. Knew I could count on you, Shingen. The Sato brothers have already made their minds up, too. We'll continue to fight with you to the bitter end. We're not leaving your side, especially not while there's Heike scum to crush.
You have strong friends, my lord. No matter how bitter the fighting ahead, you have nothing to fear. And, of course, you know I'll continue to be here by your side.
Couldn't get rid of you if I wanted to. Thank you all so much. I'm counting on you. Right. I always do that. United right. Ugh, they're all as noisy as ever. Ah, you returned, Yoshitsune. Brother! When my brother came into the room, he looked at me with the same cold eyes as before. I apologize for being away from the fighting for so long, but if you'll accept me, I would like to return to your army. It looks like your injuries have healed. Yes, I can begin fighting immediately. My brother nodded quietly, and the room fell silent. No hint of anger at my absence, or worry about my safety. How can he be so nonchalant? He's just very stoic. You are Japanese, aren't you, girl? This is a very common trait amongst the men. Suppose for him, there is nothing more important than the revival of the Genji. And from here on out, the battles ahead will determine the fate of the Genji. My brother's whole life has been leading up to this. And for some reason, I didn't feel as discouraged at his response as I had before. I had come to accept my brother for who he is. Instead, I was just glad I could continue to fight alongside him. Has Sir Kagetoki briefed you on the current situation? Yes, I have heard news of Sir Yoshinaka's downfall, and that the revived Heike are planning an attack on Kyoto. That's right. The Heike army was reduced to 7,000 men when they fled, but they have mostly regained their strength. They've conquered the Seto Inland Sea, the Chugoku region, the Shikoku region, and Kyushu. It is said they have already extended their forces to Fukuhara, just outside of Kyoto, and they have set up camp in Ichinoya. A stubborn foe, aren't they? The Heike's use of the sea as a base for expanding their power has proved key to their success. We can't let the Heike into Kyoto. We must strike out from here. So you plan to attack Ichinotani? That's right. Kagetoki will lead the main forces in the front.
I'll leave you in charge of the flanking army. When the Heike fled from Kyoto, they took with them the young Emperor Antoku and the sacred treasures.
The divine weapons of the Emperor? The sacred symbols of the imperial family? As long as the Heike holds them, Emperor Antoku would be seen as the legitimate heir to the throne.
Yes, we have received orders from Emperor Go Shirakawa to ensure their safe return to Kyoto. Do you understand?
Yes, as you command, I will...
Never let your guard down. There are still many fierce warriors on the Heike side.
I think that's showing concern.
Unless we defeat Tomomori, Shigehira, and Noritsune, we will never be rid of the threat of the Heike.
Oh, and Antoku will be a problem if we let this go on too long. Tomomori and Shigehira. Not to mention the sister, we've totally forgotten about her. No, this is not the time to be afraid. In fact, we should be thinking about vengeance. I'm not the same person when I was back then. I won't be defeated by them again. Indeed! I will be the one taking spirit from here on out. I will not be drank from. Hear that, Shigehira? I still haven't taken it back from you yet. We left Kyoto the very next day. Oh, how long is elapsing since we left? Crossing the mountains and fields, we advanced the army toward Fukuhara until Ichinotani lay directly in front of us. We would camp here tonight, and tomorrow we would fight the Heike. I knew I needed to get some rest while I still could, and yet, too antsy. I can't sleep. Maybe I'm amped up because everything will be decided tomorrow, or perhaps because I haven't fought in so long. Probably both. And probably haven't had any alone time with Benkei in a while. Unable to fall asleep, I let out a long sigh in the darkness. Then...
Can't sleep, my lord?
Benkei, who was lying down next to me, called out from the darkness. I'm sorry, did I wake you?
No, I haven't been able to sleep either. I'm embarrassed to say it, but I've been mulling things over in my head about tomorrow's battle.
I don't know, I have the feeling he might actually stay up every night until he knows that I'm asleep. Before he lets himself sleep. It's not like you to be so nervous before a battle. Is something bothering you? He's worried about me.
I've been thinking about Tomomori.
You leave him to me. I think I can deal with him. I dealt with him pretty well last time. Are you... worried?
I'd be lying if I said I wasn't worried. I don't even want to look at someone who hurt you like he did.
Yeah, he wants to take him down.
I don't even want your image to be reflected in his eyes. It's crazy, but I can't help thinking about it like that.
Benkei.
But I swore to be with you, wherever you go. I swore to protect you. It's not as though I don't want to fight. But when you face Tomomori and the others, please don't fight them alone. Allow me to fight with you.
Of course.
I'll be there, I promise.
Yeah, I know. You're not just going to stand back and watch while I fight. And I'm sure you're not going to be lollygagging. Benkei's eyes were filled with worry as he spoke. Still, I know he plans to fulfill his vow to me to go wherever I go. Let's see. I'll be fine as long as you're with me. Of course. Such kindness from Benkei made me smile. Thank you, Benkei. That's so kind of you to say. I gently extended my hand out to Benkei. Benkei's eyes wavered in confusion as he wrapped his large, warm hands around mine.
My lord.
I have been thinking about it too. Things like, can I stay calm when I face him? What if I lose control of myself again? But your strength and kindness have always pulled me back whenever I get scared. Because I know I'll be fine as long as you're with me. So, I would like to ask the same of you. If I should meet Tomomori tomorrow, please fight together with me.
Yes, of course. I promise to protect you with everything I've got.
We laid together on the grass, feeling the warmth of each other's hands, and looking up toward the pale night sky. Aww. It's quiet, isn't it? Hard to believe that there's going to be a battle here tomorrow.
Indeed, it's a beautiful night. The fields, mountains, the sky. It's as though all of nature never changes. Almost as though they don't even care what we humans do to each other.
They don't. They don't think or feel at all. You're right. Maybe that's why looking at the night sky clears my mind. There was that time in Hiraizumi when we both looked up at the night sky like this. Do you remember that? He remembers every moment we spent together.
Yes, of course.
Remember? You said you were going to act like my father. That was weird. Why are you bringing that up?
Look who's talking. You said you were going to be my parent too.
It's true. I did, didn't I? Looking back on it, what a strange thing to say. You two are a pair.
Yes, but I was still glad to feel your kindness at that time, my lord.
Yeah, me too. Neither of us had ever known the true warmth of family. Perhaps that's what led us to say such strange things to each other. My trust in Benkei had not changed, but the way I thought about him did. The warm, dependable smile of his was no longer fatherly. It was husbandly? The way I feel about Benkei is...
Something wrong, my lord?
I had planned on keeping the way I felt about him close to my chest, and yet... Perhaps it was the calm night air that loosened my heart, but that night I couldn't help but speak. Oh? Benkei, I have to set my heart on bringing peace to all the people in this land, and that will never change. What if that Seigen comes true, and the world is at peace? Then after that, I have just one more wish.
And what is that, my lord?
His gaze made my heart flutter, and I lost my words. Or rather, I lost the courage to say them. It's a terribly personal wish. Maybe I shouldn't even speak of it. It's stupid, really. I have more important things to worry about. I shouldn't even be thinking like this. We've got a battle to fight. Besides, what would Benkei think if I said something like that here and now? Might give him even more reason to fight even harder, because he'd be looking forward to a bigger reward at the end. And yet, nervous as I was to speak this wish, the person pushing me forward was him.
Why not say it? If there's no hope that can't be wished for.
I wonder about that.
It's true. Well, you don't have to tell me right now. One day when you're ready, I would like to know what your wish is.
Oh, just say it!
I hope it's something I can help with.
It's something only you can do. Oh, you really are something, Benkei. His words made my heart tighten ever so sweetly. It's a wish that only you can grant. Yeah, I knew they would say that. Instead of saying it out loud, I merely smiled back at him. Then I'll tell you, someday when the world is at peace, if we make it there.
Alright, I'm looking forward to it.
Someday I'll tell him how I really feel. The promise to tell him how I really felt illuminated my path forward. And with that light showing me the way forward, I can fight, no matter how hard the battle may be. Oh, I really wish we would have just said it. Why did we even start if we weren't going to finish it? Ichinoya.
Excuse me, my lord. You went to the capital to scout, right? What did you find out?
Sir, tens of thousands of Yoritomo's troops have left Kyoto and are on their way here.
What?
He's read our move. He plans to attack us first before we get the chance to hit Kyoto. It's been a while since I've seen you, Narration.
You have been conspicuously absent.
That's good. Battle with the Genji is inevitable. Them attacking us means that we can take up a defensive position. Oh, that's true. Finally, our chance to meet Yoritomo's army with the full strength of the Heike. I've been looking forward to this.
That's not Noritsune's thing. He likes being the aggressor.
You look rather happy about all this. Oh, do I?
Somebody he expects to meet on the battlefield?
Well, that's unusual. You're always so unenthusiastic about battle. When we fled Kyoto, too, you barely seemed to care at all. What's gotten into you? I wonder. Well, all right. As long as you're taking this seriously. Oh, this is the Heike's last stand. You know that, right? I'm serious. We're all counting on you. I know. For the family and all that. You don't fool me, brother. I know you couldn't care less about what happens to the Heike. And yet, you said it with such gusto. Bravo, brother, bravo. But I know you're really after Yoshitsune, right?
Oh, you're giving away his secrets.
If Genji are going to attack, she's bound to be in the ranks. That's why you seem so giddy. I knew you'd figure it out. What? Yoshitsune?
That's right, you never got your duel with me. Although, I did beat you in the challenge, because I took on Benkei. So you lost fair and square.
That one is really interesting. I'll simply never get tired of watching her.
I wonder how Noritsune acts when I get with Tomomori.
I let my guard down the other day and let her slip through my fingers. She's crafty, but that's what makes her so appealing. And she gave you a good cut on her way out, didn't she? I certainly can't forget that.
What are you talking about? Like you guys never get cut. Besides, if you actually think I'm your sister, why would you be upset about getting cut by me? I don't think you really care about your brother that much.
The wound is closed, but it still hurts strangely, you know? Oh, maybe she can nurse me back to health.
Oh, he's just playing it up.
And what are you two talking about? It's a private conversation.
Well, if that was true, then shouldn't you go to another room to have it? You don't talk in front of somebody if it's a private conversation.
You don't need to worry about it. The war is more important, isn't it? Still, I wonder how the Genji will plan to attack us. My best guess is they'll try a pincer attack, splitting their army in two and coming at us from both sides. The main force will likely hit us from the Ikuta forest. The rear force will go around and attack from the west gate of Ichinotani. We should deploy our forces in each of those key areas and consolidate the defense of the main camp. In case of any emergency, we'll escape to the sea and head for Yashima and Shikoku. Now, how to allocate our defenses? Oh, real quick. You'll let me intercept Yoshitsune, won't you?
What? Why would he? Tomomori is the one who wants her the most. Actually, everybody wants me, so... Yeah, see? Even Noritsune. You're like, what?
What?
He wants to see me again, too.
Shigehira. She hurt you, brother. She needs to be punished.
Come on, I still haven't even gotten even with you yet. So really, it should be kind of even now, because that bothers you. But the fact that you fed on my spirit, you know, I owe you for that. So since we owe each other for those things, cancel each other out. We're even. Or so it should be.
Just let me rough her up a little bit. Then I'll pass her along to you. You don't mind, do you? Justin, what are you talking about? We can't decide battle placements like this.
We can't decide battle placements on personal vendettas.
It won't make such a big difference, will it? Come on. Just let me fight who I want. Shigehira, calm down. Brother, I understand your feelings, but what you stated are merely your hopes. We don't know who on the Genji side is attacking, what from where. It doesn't matter where you're placed.
You're still playing the lottery either way.
I see. When you put it that way, I suppose it's up to fate.
Yes, fate. As such, we should decide placements based on our strategic value. Noritsune, you'd like that too, wouldn't you? Yeah, right. As, like Tomomori said, you can hope, I guess. In the meantime, it would be best if you both came this way. The war council is about to begin.
I can't wait for the war to start. No hard feelings, brother. No matter who gets a hold of her first.
I was gonna say it's unlikely to be Shikigara, but for some reason they keep pitting me against him first. Like, he keeps capturing me to bring me to Taira. To bring me to Tomomori and such. What the heck? Why does he keep showing up? He's like Tomomori's gatekeeper.
I know, brother. Oh, I can't wait.
I can't wait to see. Oh, what the forbidjibidi? What the hell happened? Okay. Is it still recording? Yeah, we're good. I don't know, something weird happened on this end. You would think, though, that if they do it strategically based on, like, merit, then Tomomori will end up battling my brother, because those two would both be, like, the strongest, right? And they would both be on point. But we'll see. Fate may have other things in store for us. A group of us on horseback were moving stealthily along the steep cliff line above the Heikei camp. Hey, I remember this place. We were, like, almost separated from Benkei here before. After leaving the capital, the army split into two groups as planned. The major forces, including Sir Kagetoki and Takasuna, marched from the Sanyo Road in the front. We, the flanking army, were marching around to attack the Heikei from the rear in a pincer movement, just like Noritsune predicted.
Yikes!
Are you alright?
Yeah, fine. The shore is a rough road. By the time we reach our destination, the men and horses will be exhausted.
What happened? Did he almost slip and fall or something?
We should all proceed with caution. We don't want to injure the horses before battle. This place is called Hyodorigoe. It's located just barely in Ichi-no-Tani, right behind the Heikei camp.
The view from up here is breathtaking. I know it's really hard to say. As I bent over to peer down the cliff, I could faintly see the bonfires of the Heikei camps far below. Even from a distance, their strength was obvious. If we attacked head-on, we would have very little chance. A wild deer, startled by the sight of us, ran gracefully down the cliff with ease. As I watched it move, a plan came to mind. Deer gave me some ideas. It's dangerous, but it may be our only shot. Everyone, listen up.
What is it, my lord?
I have a dangerous, daring plan that just may win us this war. I'm going to ride my horse down from here. They're ready for us. Look, they've reinforced their army on either side. They're anticipating our flanking attack. But if we attack from above, they'll never expect it. We'll catch them completely off guard. They won't be ready for us, and we'll have a much better chance of finishing this war right here and now. But what about the other parties? Because what if we go in the middle there, and then the other two armies figure out what's going on, and they both close in on me? We need to, coordinate the attack with the others. This could be a problem. Well, then again, these games just assume that things are known. That's absurd. I don't think I'd even make it even if I had 1,000 lives to try. This reminds me of the scene from Young Guns, too.
There's absolutely no way I'm doing it.
The soldiers are getting scared and restless. I guess I have to go it alone. What? You're going to attack the Heikei camp by yourself? I guess you can go once you get in there, but seriously. Got a bit of a high opinion of yourself, do ya? You're right. This is a dangerous operation. I'm not going to force anyone to go. I will ride down there single-handedly and confuse the Heike. Everyone else attack as planned.
What?
There's no way Benkei was going to let us go. Not everyone has to go.
I have no intention of letting you go alone to face such danger. Wherever you go, I follow.
Benkei. After all we've been through, do you really think this is a place I'd walk away? Do you really think this is the place I'd walk away?
Yes, quite rude. Thinking we'd abandon you now. The Sato brothers will follow you as well. We grew up in the mountains of Hirazumi. You really think we're afraid of a little hill like this?
Shungen, everyone.
We've come this far. We're all in this together. We're all prepared to follow you wherever you go.
You should have known this, girl.
You do not have to carry your burden alone. I will always be by your side.
Their eyes, filled with trust and affection, were fixed on me. I never thought I'd be blessed with such reliable friends. Friends who would follow me even through the fires of war. Thanks, guys. I never should have doubted you. I can't tell you how much it means for me that you're all willing to follow me, here and now. So, let's go. Together. And let's win this thing together.
Right. In that case, let the Sato brothers take the lead. My lord, you and Benkei can take your time on the way down.
Huh? Why wouldn't I be leading? That's my spot.
Just what's that supposed to mean, Lord Tadanobu?
You're closest to our lord. I'll never leave your side. I'll follow you anywhere. You said something like that, right?
What? No, I mean, well, that's the role of a vassal.
That's why. Besides, my lord and Benkei have a different idea of how fast they can ride a horse.
What, are you trying to say you're a better equestrian?
To put it bluntly, you're both...
Oh my god!
You're both slow.
Oh no!
What? That's not true. Shungen, back me up.
What? Everybody knows this? Everybody but me and Benkei? Why? Why didn't anyone ever tell us? Why didn't somebody help tell us we need to work on our horsemanship? Get some better horses. Something.
What? You hadn't noticed? Your horse is always slow. Your horse is always not feeling well.
So he is always just making excuses for the horse.
No.
Well, you can play.
Can't stop.
Can you blame the horse? Look at how much the poor deer has to carry.
Lord Tsukunobu, not you too. My lord, tell me this isn't true. I've never kept you waiting, have I?
No! Of course not, no. I never noticed because I'm slow too.
Don't go easy on him, my lord. Benkei, look, you're the muscle, okay? You don't need to be fast.
That's right, you're the tank. Oh, poor Benkei. I noticed he was slow too.
I'll show you.
Oh no, don't do this.
I can be fast.
Don't. It's fine, Benkei. Oh.
You'd better not. That Heike camp's a long way down. Better take it nice and easy.
Just protect your lord. Their light banter lifted my spirits as we prepared to head into battle. Just look at that poor horse.
My horse is slow. My horse isn't feeling too well today.
Oh. Don't look so worried, Benkei. We can talk more when the battle's won. Which means everyone's got to make it through this battle. Got it? We looked at each other and nodded vigorously, as our hearts were one now.
Surely it would bring shame to the Genji name to pull back here. That's it. I'm going to. Everybody's going to change their tune. Me too. There's no way I'm getting left behind.
The morale of the soldiers seemed to have been boosted by the sight of my friends and I preparing to descend. Banzai! Okay, let's do this.
So long. Don't you fools go dying on me.
Woo!
We'll see you after the victory. That's right. Best of luck, Shauna. Right, let's go!
One by one, my friends and the Genji soldiers began galloping down the cliff. Be safe, everyone. Hey, even the guys with no eyes went before we did.
Look, they've made it. They've reached the bottom and are beginning the assault on the Heike camp.
And we haven't even started yet. Come on, Benkei. You're right. Phew. I'm glad everyone made it down okay.
Yes, with this surprise attack, I'm sure we'll be victorious. Come, let's be on our way.
Wait. Just as I was about to drive my horse over the cliff, I felt a leering glance pierce my skin. Tomomori, is that your leering glance I feel? Who goes there? Ah, Shigehiro, it was you leering at me. You don't usually leer.
I've been waiting for you, Yoshitsune.
What are you doing here? Were you anticipating this move? Shigehiro! What did he say? Shigehiro, totally Tomomori's gatekeeper. I can't see him without going through Shigehiro first.
What are you doing here?
Don't look so surprised. Is it really so strange seeing me here?
He is the one you're battling, after all. Did they know we were coming? If so, everyone rode down the cliff just now would be in grave danger. No, I bet he anticipated this, and no one else did, so he came out here like by himself just to catch me, without having to deal with everybody else getting in the way. Is this some sort of Heike strategy? Did you anticipate us coming from above?
No. I was assigned somewhere else, but I came here instead. I thought I might find you up here. Every one of our generals said you wouldn't attack us from up here. They said there's no way an army could make it down. But I knew. I just knew. You'd find a way. Because you're not like them. Well, there's generals. You're something far more special. My brother is waiting for you with the main force. We knew that you'd either show up with the main force or the flanking force. Looks like I was right.
His crooked smile slid across his face from ear to ear, and he licked his lips as he stared at me.
What evil eyes you have! Your eyes don't deserve to look upon my lord.
Ah, I've gone way too far on this, so I'm gonna have to stop here. Oh, I should have stopped before we went over the edge, darn it. Oh well. At least I'm catching it before we start the fight, because I can't stop in the middle of the fight. That would be terrible. So hope to see you in the next video, or maybe some of my other ones. And I wish you all health, happiness, and safety. Dirili signing out. Bye-bye, everybody.